Hi everyone, as I promised, here I am with part 2 of setting up my interactive planner. Now I've added a lot of things. I'm still not done. I still have a lot of my tasks to add and some other sections. And I'm also working on a grocery list template. And the grocery list template is going to include all the different sections and aisles in the grocery store, so you could just fill in the blanks of what items you need on each aisle so that when you get to the grocery store, you can navigate through the grocery store very quickly. I'm also working on a menu planner and a chore chart, and I'm going to have available seasonal chores, monthly chores, and then weekly chores. And so that's also in the works. So those areas I haven't added anything in those sections, but as you can see, I have added the tabs, the menu planner, and I also need to fill out this one. This is where I'll put the chores, and so that'll pretty much take up all my tabs. I have here in blue 3 tabs, 3 projects that I have going on in my workroom, and those are inside those tabs. And of course, when I finish those, I'll free up that space. I'll take those out and just make them one PDF and send them to Evernote for archiving, and if in case I ever have to look that job back up again. And then meanwhile, I have the space available again in my planner. Okay, so you could see I've decorated my cover. I've gone a little wild and crazy. Just wanted to show you some of the things that you can do. I've got some florals and some polka dots, and I have some small flowers kind of stamped on here. And then I just used the text type or editor that is in GoodNotes, and I just typed this will be the year. And then I also monogrammed my cover. So this is my main cover. I'll just show you. Here's the cover here, and when I tap it, that's my main cover. So let's go on to the dashboard. I'll show you what I have on my dashboard. Now these are stickers that I've created in my Key Life iDesign boards, and that's going to be the next video that's coming out within the next week. I'm going to show you how to make these stickers yourself. And they're totally customizable. You can curl them, frame them, give them drop shadows of any color. You can fill them with fabrics and papers and colors, just anything. I mean, you can just do anything with them. The customization is just over the top what you're able to do with them. And of course, all these shapes are already in iDesign. So it comes with all these shapes, and the shapes are all fillable, so you can fill them with anything: fabrics, photos, papers, patterns, prints, paint chips, anything. So you'll want to check that out. The next video that is going to be coming up is going to be really fun. Something else I keep on my dashboard are, now these are also inside the text editor. So I'll just show you how you get to these. You tap and hold on the screen and type text, and then you tap the smiley, and that reveals all of these icons. And there's so many of them. And I'm going to show you a trick with these here in a minute in the video of how you can use these to tag and use them to search. So they're really handy. They're not just cute. They're just very, very handy. And the reason that I keep them on my dashboard is because I'm real picky about the size. I like the size to be consistent. And these are some of the icons that I use over and over again to tag things inside my planner. So if I have to resize them every time I type one out, it's kind of a pain. Um, Let me just show you how that works because you're probably wondering, what is she talking about resizing? So here is, now if I wanted to type just text, I would just type on the letters. But if you hit that extra keyboard, this is the icon keyboard. And let me get the Apple. And then once I take the keyboard away from the screen, it's just an icon. And you can use your lasso tool up here to resize. So I've just lassoed it, tapped in the middle of the lasso, and now I have all these options here at the top. And if I say resize, I can make that as big or as small as I want to. So that's what I mean about being consistent with the size, because as I flip through my notes and my sticky notes and I see them all different sizes, that kind of gets under my skin. I'm just real picky about that. So I like the sizes to be consistent. Something else that I have on my dashboard is I have a series of these clips coming out, and they're all like prints and colors and things like that, and that's going to be available in the store. So I've got a lot of things coming up in the store here real soon. I have also added some of the grid papers that is also available in the store. I've put a couple pages here, extra pages, so that I could also add some extra stickers and things like that to my dashboard. I have my priority key that I'm keeping here in my dashboard. That way I can get to it very quickly when I need to. I have my washi tapes. Another thing that's coming up in the store here real soon are some washi tapes, and those are really, really neat. I can just copy from my dashboard, and I can go and paste them anywhere inside my planner. And here you can see you can see through them. So really cute. I'm very excited about that. And then some colors. If you've watched my videos in the past, you know that GoodNotes is my favorite note-taking app. And one of the things with GoodNotes is that you can customize your ink. You can add as much ink colors, as many ink colors as you want. And so I save color chips with hex codes on them so that I can enter those in the custom ink. So I have all these color inks, and I need these colors because I actually color code just about everything. So at a glance, when I see a color, I know exactly what it means before I even read what is written out. So before I continue on with the tour, let me show you how you add pages to your day planner. There's two ways actually. You can click on or tap the plus sign, and then you can add a page above or you can add a page below. Another way is you can tap on the index and tap edit, and then you see a plus sign next to all your pages, and you just hit the plus where you want to insert those pages. The easiest way for me though is to tap on the plus. Now you can get your pages from just about anywhere. You can, if you import above or below, you will be able to go to your Google Drive or your Dropbox or your box, just depending on where your files are located. You will need an internet connection for that though. Or if you have images inside your photo library on your iPad, um, or you can go to your templates. Now I have tons of templates set up on inside my GoodNotes because I have every template, every paper, everything that is in the digitally speaking store I have on my iPad. And that's usually where I go to get most of my pages. So let me go ahead and say that I want to add a page below. And here it brings me to the last place that I was in my templates, or the last page that I used when I added pages to my uh, notes, to any one of my notes. So here you see I've created all of these different sections inside my templates. And like I said, I've got a lot of pages inside my GoodNotes. I have everything that's in the store and everything that I'm testing. It's all in here. I just thought the grids would be perfect to lay out extra stickers and things like that. So I've gone to my grid paper, and the grid paper comes in a lot of different colors. I just used the white, and there it put that page there's my color chips, and it added that page right below it. So that's how you add a page. It's very easy to add a page. And by the way, GoodNotes is packed full of features. And I teach all of everything that you need to know to use GoodNotes. I teach in the iNote series. So just wanted to let you know that in case you have all kinds of question marks about, oh, how did she do that? Or how do I do that? There's so many things that you could do with GoodNotes that it really constituted me developing a whole series on it. All right, so let's finish the tour. The next thing is, and I showed this in my last video, only it was blank because the planner was completely blank. So I've gone ahead and I have put my dots. If you've watched my videos in the past, I like to dot a day after the day is over. I dot the day so I can just see how much of the year we've already gone through. And then I always keep like a little arrow on the week that we're in. And then I've got some other dots that mean different things that are coming up, and they're color coded as well. And here we are on one of the individual month at a glance pages, and I've added some of the holidays. And let me just go back. So let's see, Easter's coming up. So let me just hit April. And here in April, we've got Easter coming up on the 5th, and my son's birthday is coming up on the 23rd. So I've gone through and I've done that. You would do that even if you were setting up a traditional day planner. So let's move over and talk a little bit more about these custom tabs across the top. Now, like I mentioned in the last video, there are 8 pages that include these tabs. And let me just show you again real quick where they're located. They're located at the end of the planner. So you have tab 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And if I tapped any one of them, it would take me to those tabs. And that's not the only way to get to those tabs. I can also tap and hold and open that link, and it brings me to that tab. And then of course it brings me through the sections or the pages that are in that section. The thing that you need to do though, because this really isn't an app, it's a PDF file, and these are just pages within the PDF, but I've made them active with live links. One of the things that I had to do in order to have this across the top on all my pages is I had to lasso them and copy. And then of course, whoops, let me go to the next tab. And then I would just tap and hold and paste it on the next page. And then I would go to the next tab and then paste on the next page. And as you can see, I have put custom covers. Like I talked about in the last video, I planned on customizing every cover for each section. And so this is my meal planning cover. It's just an icon that I've made in Illustrator that I put on my cover. And then, let's see, The first tab, let me just zoom in and show you the first tab is a tasks tab, and so I've just put a check mark on that. And then let me go to the next one, and that is my food journal. And by the way, the food journals are also available in the store. And I know I'm saying that a lot, but these are all things that I felt like I needed for myself. I am a old school Franklin Covey girl, and these are all the things that I did with my Franklin Covey, but that's paper, and I don't do the traditional paper anymore. But I missed all the things that I was able to do with traditional paper and all the different sheets that I could fill out with all the different color inks. So I've created digital copies, templates, so that I could do the same thing with my digital as I used to do with the traditional. So that's how the food journal was born. And here you can see inside the food journal, you can just take a picture of what you're eating. You don't even have to fill it out. And then, of course, every day has the, you can check off how much water. There's, I think there's there's eight 8-ounce glasses of water a day. And then, of course, here you see I've taken a picture of my favorite ice cream. And if that wasn't bad enough, I had a glass of Merlot afterward. So you don't have to always write out what you ate. You can just take a picture of it. And it's so easy to take a picture in GoodNotes. Let me just show you real quick how you do it. You just tap and hold on the screen, and you just tap image. And then you have all these choices. You can go get a photo from your photo library, or you can open up the camera. I usually open up the camera and flick a quick shot of my meal, and you could even crop it. So it doesn't matter if you got too much of the table or it wasn't close up enough. You can crop out the things that you don't want. You can also, again, go to your Dropbox, your Google Drive, your iCloud, or your iTunes to get images, but it's much easier to take the picture right within your GoodNotes. And something else I do is just to remember how I felt that day with what I ate and how much water I had and if I exercised. This kind of lets me know if it was a good day or a bad day, if I didn't feel well that day or if I didn't sleep well that night, then I don't put a smiley face, I'll put a frown. So just to let you in on that. And this cover, I just put some cherries on the cover. I like cherries. I could have put a hamburger. I had one of those. I had a Big Mac I could have put on the cover, but I love cherries, so I put cherries. And let's see, let's go to the budget section. And naturally, the budget section has a pink icon with a piggy bank on it. And of course, in that section, I keep, let's just go to the thumbnail view. I have all my check registers and they're color coded because I have several different accounts. And then I also have my bill trackers. These are also all available in the store. And let's see, let's go. I want to just show you some things about the tasks section. The way I keep track of my tasks, and this is a little tip inside GoodNotes. I love this feature. I filter my tasks with the icons that I talked about earlier. And you can actually use these icons to search. So if I wanted to see all of the tasks that involve an errand, which I put a little car on all my errands, if I want to search and see every task that involves an errand, I will just do a search and all I'll do is type in the car and then it'll bring up every task that I have inside my day planner that has the car next to it, or phone calls. I also put a computer next to everything that I need to do at my computer. That way, when I'm at my computer, I can just bring up all the tasks by doing a search of everything that has a computer next to it, and it brings up a whole list of things that I have to do at the computer. And I can just pick and choose and do several of them since I'm there anyway. Same with phone calls. And then, of course, I use sticky notes for my tasks so that I can color code. And each color sticky note means something else. Now, if I start seeing that I'm building up several sticky notes that have to do with one project, then I will open up a sticky note project sheet and I'll stick them inside here, and I'll make notes up and down and just whatever I need. I just do it. And like I said, I haven't finished adding all my tasks, so you don't see a whole lot in here, but usually I have this filled up. Moving to a new day planner is I'm moving a lot of stuff, and I wanted to hurry up and get this video out so you can see and get your day planners set up. Another neat thing about doing your tasks like this is you can move things up in priority just by pressing and holding, and then you can have things kind of reordered in priority. And another thing that I do with my tasks is I'll do a screenshot. If I'm going to schedule it on a specific day, then I do that screenshot, and then I go to my day, and let's see, let me go, okay, so here we are, we're on March 24th, and I will tap and hold. I'll tap image again, and I'll go to my photo album, and I'll open up that sticky note. And of course, it's kind of ugly with the whole screenshot, but you can crop that out just by tapping on the image and then tapping crop. And so I'll crop away all that ugly stuff around my sticky note. And I'm just, with my finger, I'm just moving the handles around just so that I can get it all inside the cropped area. And then I'll just grab the corner of one and make it the size however big or small I want it. Maybe tilt it a little bit and stick it on here. And now that task is scheduled. However, once a task is scheduled, it will no longer, the search feature will no longer work on the little icons that you put on the sticky notes. So I would have to, if I wanted to search this, but it's scheduled, so there's really no point in searching anymore since it's scheduled. But if I wanted to, I would just tap and hold, of course, and do the text and go to the keyboard with the icons. And I don't know why it always opens up really wide like that. And I always have to move it down, because if you save your icon with this wide area, then every time you try to lasso something, it's going to grab that icon all the way over here, even when the icon's over here. So that became very annoying to me. So I always make sure that I make that area as small as it will let me. And that's as small as it will let me make it. A couple times I found that it was just outrageous big, and I had to tap here on the style. Like I said, GoodNotes is just filled with so many little features that it's just so hard to find them all and figure them all out and even know that they're there. But the border and the padding, you can bring that down to 0, which it's already at 0. But there were a few times that those numbers were really high and they were up there, and my box around my tiny little icon was huge. So just another little tip there. Okay, so let me just show you how I've decorated some of my pages. I'll just kind of scroll to some of them that I've really had some fun with. And this isn't necessary to do every single day. This is just when you find yourself a little more creative some days than others. To get to my creative days. Where's my creative days? Here's sort of one. I put a couple clips and some stickers, and then this was my scripture that I read for the day, and then I was taking notes on a podcast that I was listening to. And here I put some flip-flop stickers, and I made this inside the Key Life iDesign boards. I've just made that little sticker. I also have the fabric swatch inside Key Life, and I fill it with fabric. So the jobs that I'm working on a certain day, I'll just stick the swatch of fabric on that day. So if I ever need to go back to that day, the fabric will jar my memory. So here's another one of my stickers that I made. And I color coded what I read that morning in my scriptures. Um, oh, this one was fun. I had got some circles and filled them with photos. So these are some of my favorite things from that day. My dog, the snow, and my granddaughter. And then here was a blessing that I found, or actually a friend of mine pointed it out in my Bible that day. So I stuck that on that day. So, some days you may feel more creative than others, some you might not. The most important thing is that you get your stuff down and you have it all in one place. That's the most important thing, having everything all in one place so that you don't have some stickers on your desk and some on your dashboard in your car and some on folders and some in the workroom and some at your client's house or at the office. When you work like that, when you have stuff all over the place and it's not in one place, it's really hard to function. You find when you sit down to do something, there's not any one thing that you could really complete because you're missing something. Something is somewhere else. So when you keep everything inside your planner and everything is in one place, then you can accomplish pretty much anything from your iPad. Um, I found that I had to wait a little bit longer than I wanted to in the doctor's office a few weeks ago. And it wasn't in the waiting room that I was waiting. It's when they already checked me in and put me in a room. I must have sat in there for 45 minutes. You would not believe how much work I got done sitting there for that 45 minutes. So it really didn't waste my time because I had everything with me in my purse on my mini iPad. I couldn't believe it. I got so much done. I probably got more done sitting in that doctor's room that day than I would have gotten done in my office. So let's see. Oh, here we are at one of my days with my paper clips. Now, if you've watched some of my videos in the past, the paper clip means something. The paper clip means that there is a page on the back of this day. And I also bookmark them. So let's see, this day I had put a coupon. Here's my paperclip, and that tells me there's a page behind it, and that was a coupon that was about to expire that day. So I knew that I needed to use that coupon or it wasn't going to be available anymore. And I also, when I paperclip something to a page, I also bookmark it. So that's the next thing I want to show you is how to bookmark. Again, you're going to tap the plus here and you'll just tap bookmark. You can also go to the bookmarks index and then just tap the plus here. So there's two ways to bookmark pages. I also bookmark my projects that I have going on. So those three tabs that are in blue are these three projects that are here. So let's just go to my projects. But I want to go to my projects using my tabs at the top. And the reason that you don't see the two projects that were here on these tabs is because now that they're done, I don't feel like I need to keep carrying them over every day. As long as they're still active, I keep copying and pasting the tabs from day to day. So these days didn't have that project active. So I just, and in fact, I need to take them out of my day planner, but I didn't want to take them out before I did the videos so that I would have some content for my video. So let's see. So this is the only thing that's left in my tab. So I'll just press and hold and open the link. And all of my sections that are workroom related, I have done on the covers this icon. So here you can see, and you can also see that I have inside there the work orders, fabric swatch, that I check in my fabric by taking a picture and putting a fabric swatch on the fabric check-in sheets and date the day that the fabric came in. And then I also have some other designer sheets that I keep in here. I also like to take pictures of the progress, and then I also take notes. And those notes help me the next time I get a job that's similar because I go through it much faster. I don't have to think it through because I've already taken notes and taken pictures. It's kind of like a PDF within a PDF or a tutorial for me. So that's another thing that I do. And that's why it just helps to have everything in this one place. And of course, I'll take all of these together and I'll hit edit. And this is when the job is done. And I'll tap on each one of these and I'll copy, and here's the little copy thing right here, and I'll make a separate notebook for just those pages and I'll paste them into that notebook. That way I can just send it to Evernote and archive it so that it's available if I ever need it. And if I don't, then that doesn't matter either, but it's there if I need it. And I also keep estimates and invoices. My estimates and invoices are color coded as well. And my sticky notes are color coded. And here you see that I've got the scissors icon. So if I were to do a search and type with this icon keyboard the scissors in, it would show me everything that I've attached these scissors to. And then again, here's my check-in sheet where I've checked in the fabric and some pictures that I've taken while I was doing the job. And you can take the pictures right inside GoodNotes, so it doesn't take long while you're sitting there working, sewing, gluing, whatever you're doing. You can just real quick pick up your phone or your iPad and take a quick picture. By the way, GoodNotes is for iPhone as well. So I have it on my iPhone, my iPad 4, and my Mini. Okay, so I think that just about covers it. I'm looking at my list right now, and yep, I've talked about everything that I wanted to in this video, and here that's the last page, so I can't even scroll any further than that. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy your interactive planner as much as I enjoy mine. And I can't wait to see what you guys are doing with yours and what you come up with. I am getting ready to open up a forum just for people that have the day planner so that we can all share and inspire each other, because I get such good ideas from you guys. You email me with the coolest things, and that gives me some really good ideas of what to bring out in the future and what to do and in developing and making the day planner better. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe so that you will be notified the next time I come out with something really cool, and I am here in the next week. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.